Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, or as I like to call it, if you remember that television program from the early 2000s, The Fabulous Jet Jackson, the last few episodes have been me, the Fabulous Jet Lagson. Eden. 61 wins. Last win was easy, this win, oh good. Well, not horrible, honestly. YWEB 779Z, Cat o' Nine Tails, which looks like, I don't know, a dick with the world's worst pubic hair coming off of it, and Breath of Life, which I think is pretty horrible. But Cat o' Nine Tails is a really good start, and it's not like the game usually opens with a, you know, Tchaikovsky's 1812 overture, dun 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 dun, mulla boom, da 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 do do, little hump, do 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 do. You get the idea. Like that joke was just gonna go on ad nauseum. So we have two bombs here. That's very important because that allows us to swing things in our favor enough to conceivably, I was gonna say like save the run, but that sounds too dramatic. Just put ourselves in a situation where the run is winnable, I guess, is where I'm trying to go with this. If we get a Spirit Heart, a Small Rock, anything along those lines, we're in a good spot. And actually, we effectively, I would say, have one extra Spirit Heart right now. We have to make it happen, but between Tinted Rocks and the key that we have and the 2 cents that we have and then the bombs that we also have access to, I would expect to not find it very difficult to get to 3 Spirit Hearts. 3 Spirit Hearts is not the magic number. The magic number is maybe 1 red heart and then 3 Spirit Hearts backing us up so we can take a deal with the devil, but for now, I think there's nothing to worry about. At least there's nothing to worry about in the immediacy of the present moment. Hopefully, okay, I mean, if we get a bomb synergy here, I'm okay with this. And we don't, but we do get a key and a couple of extra bombs. Kind of a big first floor. I mean, we can't really compare it to the last run where we started out so strong that we, we're basically done with the second floor before 3 minutes even had picked up, but, no, I don't think we really want... you know what? We should take Cursed Skull, because at least we can get a teleport out of it, with Breath of Life. You know, it's a convoluted system here, but we can make something good happen for us. You know, teleporting out of rooms that... Ooh, that was bad. Teleporting out of rooms we have no interest being in. Okay, this is actually really bad now. We're gonna slow down. And we're gonna do our due diligence, and we're gonna do our damnedest to pull this run together. 1 Spirit Heart is really bad because of the boss fight, potentially. In fact, I'm actually substantially more anxious as a result of this. Let's go inside of our shop. We got enough bombs to make a Spirit Heart happen if there's one for sale. We can always shoot all this poop and hope to get a little bit of money out of it. But there's no Spirit Heart for sale. There's no Spirit Heart for sale at all! So what do we do now? Step 1 is don't panic. Step 2 is hope for an easy boss. Actually, no, step 2 is take you know, power into our own hands. Is it worth Diplopia? Yeah, I think it's worth using Diplopia, and it's probably worth using Diplopia to do some stuff that we would otherwise never consider. For example, if we get an HP upgrade from the boss, it's probably worth doubling the HP upgrade. I'm actually gonna drop the Cursed Skull right now, just in case we want to use our spacebar item without teleporting. I have no idea where our secret room is. We have no Tinted Rocks. We could get a trinket. I don't think that's super important. Definitely do not get hit by the spiders. Like, the worst thing that we could do right now, apart from just walking on top of a spike and ending our run, which I hope proves not to be prophetic, would be to get, like, so anxiety-ridden that we're just like, oh, I can't handle it, and then we die on the boss, right? If we get hit by the boss twice, and it's fair circumstances, life goes on. I think I will... We should probably save a bomb for the boss fight in case it's a hard one, but I was thinking, like, maybe we use a bomb to find a second secret room, but there's more possible locations than I'd like to admit. Who we got? Duke of Flies. This is an easy get. And to be honest with you, if we get HP here, of any sort, I'm going to double it. I'm not going to hesitate on Diplopia. We're not min-maxing that. We're just going to give ourselves a chance to survive. It's a speed upgrade. Alright, down to the next floor. Save your bomb to use with a Tinted Rock. Watch out for champions, man. That's the big deal here. Watch out for champions. Not worth it. This is worth it, possibly. But we need a second bomb to get in. And then we can sleep in the bed. Even if it's dirty, it will heal us. Assuming that's an Isaac's... It has to be an Isaac's bedroom, right? Bomb, please. A nickel. That's good. But I find myself still remarkably concerned. And to some extent, I'm like, yeah, I took damage. But taking 2 hits on the first floor is not necessarily like, oh, you made a horrible mistake, you know? That's fairly normal. Small rock. I mean, again, is good. I can't deny that small rock is useful. But it wasn't really what I was looking for. I was kind of hoping we pick up some spirit hearts in the process. And this is a very common source of apprehension for me on a run like this. No tinted rock. I think we ignore the boss fight for now, but I might be getting overly psyched out for a first floor boss. And we could lose as a result of that, or contribute to losing as a result. Just watch out for spikes when you walk into a room. Watch out for mullaboons too, though. We should shoot all of this. Oh my god, there's a tinted rock in there. Little Brim. What's more important, Little Brim or the tinted rock? Definitely the tinted rock, which has given us a spirit heart. Is all forgiven? No. Some is forgiven, though. Okay, that's good. Do we take the bomb? By the way, can't believe there's not another spirit heart for sale. Do we take the bomb? I think the answer is yes, we take the bomb. We do that because it gives us Little Brim, although I'll admit we've pretty much ruined our chance to get into Isaac's room, which I'm not happy about, but I accept as a consequence of the way that we've chosen to deal with this floor. What do we do now? I think you kill the boss, and then you use Diplopia on the deal with the devil, and you don't worry about precedent, you just count your lucky stars that we at least have, you know, a spirit heart right now to back us up beyond the spirit heart that is our only, you know, the bedrock of our HP. Also, let me say thank you, Tyrone, the Isaac-based god of mischief, for giving me easy first floor and second floor bosses. We got an Eternal Heart, which is very nice, a luck upgrade, a good trinket, a pill we don't understand, and yeah, we're gonna Diplopia this. We're gonna take this one first, then we're gonna take this one, and then unless we get a spirit heart here, we're not going to take any of the other items, particularly dark matter, because it would just literally kill us. But if we got a spirit heart, maybe we would take the mark. In fact, I kind of still want to take the mark. I'm gonna do it. Shouldn't kill us. Thank God. And then I'm not gonna fight anything else. We're just gonna head down to the next floor. I want that stat bonus. I want the credit. I want the credit for being a little zany. And we got one spirit heart out of it anyway, so it's not... Oh my god, I almost walked on spikes. It's not like it's a catastrophic pickup, but it is quite dangerous. I don't think I ever want to go backwards on this run now, because there's just too much danger associated with it. If I walk on those spikes, it could be the death of us. Hopefully it would not be, but could be the death of us. But it's just, you know, a good warning to not make rash decisions. And instead to play smart. And part of playing smart is probably not summarily ignoring every single consumable that drops. So let's go back for those. So we're gonna come back here, grab these. And just be cool. We got Little Brimstone. We got 2 times the mark. We got Small Rock. We got Dark Matter. Our damage is pretty good. Now, this room is very scary, but we can put up a pretty united front and cause problems for the Eyeless Ooze guys as they approach us, which is exactly how that went down. These 2 rooms are very important. I wouldn't rely on getting a Spirit Heart from our shop because apparently they do not exist. Mongo Baby is... Is it double the fire rate of the other consumables? I can never remember. I think we buy the other Spirit Heart and, you know, say thanks but no thanks to Spider Mod. Good item, and an item we haven't actually had very much recently. But also, I don't really want to... I've been very, very mean to my donation machine lately. I would like to start donating back. You know, it only takes one run where we can donate like 60 cents to get it back to a good position, but part of that is going to be not screwing it over on a run like this. Okay. Just to pick up items that give us like a moderate improvement. And it is a moderate improvement. It's not like completely insignificant. It's just not that useful. Get a range upgrade and another spirit heart. And honestly, life goes on down to the next floor. Feeling a little better. Range doesn't help us that much. The spirit heart is huge. And, you know, one spirit heart is apparently worth a lot right now. We are ahead of schedule, so I would consider strongly the use of that boss trap room. Although 2 bosses for 2 stone chests is not a great deal. But mind you, would I rather have a couple of keys or a range upgrade? Oh, that was such bad dodging. I would probably rather have a couple of keys. So maybe the value prop isn't that bad. 3 runes. Berkano is the ideal rune to just use immediately. That and Dagaz. Ansu's also good. And Dagaz. Okay, well, guess we're in a good spot then. I don't see a real reason not to use Dagaz immediately. Let's use a key here. I regret everything. But we weren't gonna probably have enough money to make our shop worthwhile, so it's not a huge problem. And honestly, we should be very, very happy with the way this run has gone lately. There was a time where probably for the first time in like 30 episodes, I was like, shit, we could actually find ourselves losing here. And we still could, obviously. And I know I say this every run, but we're not out of the woods yet. This run in particular, we haven't even exited, you know, the part of the woods that we got lost in. I think it's a pretty good item, but I think we go for something a little greater. Quarter is not worth it, I think. Quarter is worth like slightly more than 1 item, I think. Cricket's body is probably worth like 3 or 4 if it's used properly. What I mean by the quarter's only worth, you know, a little bit more than 1 item, I mean, I literally mean that in a fiscal sense. 2 of diamonds, that's pretty sweet. I guess we will go to our shop. But what I mean is, you know, you buy an item from the shop for 15 cents, you have 10 cents left over. Ergo, I think the quarter is worth about, you know, slightly more than 1 average shop item. Cricket's body, a little harder to evaluate in those same terms, but I think it carries a little bit more value offensively. Hopefully we get a deal with the devil here. And if we can get like 9 lives, Brimstone, Abaddon, Mom's Knife, etc., we can start to pop off. We didn't, but growth hormones is also good. Okay, I can start to relax a little bit. Got the tight feeling in my chest. Starting to get a little anxious about things. Starting to get a little anxious about the way that I say anxious, because everyone makes fun of me. Apparently it's not anxious, it's anxious? I had people tweet me. I've been of the opinion, ooh, humbling bundle for sure. And Jar of Flies has a good reason to get it, but I think we're gonna go back now that we're a little stronger and do the mob trap room and probably do the curse room as well. I've been telling people that in Canada we say plague. You know, the black plague, the bubonic plague, a plague of locusts, etc., etc. Everyone made fun of me. They said, yeah, well, I've never heard that before. And then I got tweets from people. People were like, oh, we have a student teacher that's Canadian, and they say plague as well. I thought you were lying. Yo, what reason do I have? You must live in a sad world. You think people are lying to you over the most mundane shit. Oh, today's special is a roasted eggplant panini? Yeah, okay. I'll believe that you believe that. I got a bridge to sell you. Also, if it's one sandwich, it's called a panino. A panini is multiple paninos. And that's what we call them in Canada as well. We call them paninos, like El Nino. Thank God for this HP. But yeah, I mean, we have our own dialect that is like it's an uncanny valley compared to American English. You know, we say things very slightly differently, and apparently that's way crazier than saying them vastly differently, which is something that I did not appreciate until, you know, every single one of the words that came out of my mouth was analyzed by, well, analyzed might be a strong word, but you get the idea. Heard by at least dozens of people. It's easier to stay out of the public eye of scrutiny when you just talk to yourself all the time, or talk to your cats. That's the alternative. And I think that that's underrated, honestly. I think in media, that's considered like a sign of poor mental health, is when you talk to yourself or talk to your animals. Honestly, if I went to somebody's house and they had a dog and they never spoke to the dog, I would be like, this person's got some issues. I think it's like the inverse sign. I think if you talk to your animals, it's a sign of great mental health. Disclaimer, I may or may not be a licensed doctor. I'm leaning on the side of may not be a licensed doctor, but to be honest with you, it's been a while since I checked. Maybe they've relaxed the regulations and they're just giving it to like any old asshole now. Just giving it to any old asshole now. The Michael A. L. Fox story. That's not me suggesting anything about his sexual orientation. That would be very ignorant of me. I'm just suggesting he loves butt stuff. And he may or may not. But I'm gonna lean towards the side of may. Because apparently I'm making assertions about things that I have no qualifications of which to do in this episode. Well, we'll take the D8 once, and, well, we'll take it permanently and re-roll it, and I hate it. I have looked a gift horse in the mouth by way of my actions. We have better DPS, much worse speed. I guess in terms of a trade-off, that's not that bad, but I might re-roll our stats again. And you know what? It's good to spend some quality time with the D8. I always take the D8 once, and then I'm like, okay, let's move along. This seems like great rate of fire, and better speed. We should take a chance on this one. Not amazing speed, but better speed. Inside of our shop. I mean, PhD's good, but we are approaching, I think, the point where we don't really need to, be concerned about what the game's giving us. We're kind of making our own destiny at the present moment. Let's check this out. 2 of hearts. Not worth it. I did leave behind an important card, so let's come back here. We want to. It doesn't really matter whether we take the magician or well, it does matter if we take the magician. It doesn't really matter if we take the hermit or the moon, but we want one of them so we can get out of boss rush. I do have to apologize, by the way. I've seen some comments. People are like, "Oh, NL, you don't seem that enthusiastic in your recent videos. Is everything okay?" Everything is fine. You know the Futurama quote where the guy's like, I can't remember if it's Fry. It might be Fry. It's like, please, the spirit is willing, but the the flesh is spongy and bruised. It's that situation right there. I'm enthusiastic about the content. My brain is just like, hey, dude, I know you want to work, but what if I was lost over the Pacific Ocean somewhere? And it's coming back, one day per time zone doesn't seem realistic. Maybe like 3 time zones per day. By tomorrow or the day after, I'm optimistic that I'll be back to my same old, like, my baby takes the morning train. You get the idea. I'm optimistic I'll be back to that. But who knows, man? Jet lag, it's an insidious beast. It sneaks up on you when you least expect it because you're asleep. Ugh, no guppy items. I'll take the spirit heart, and I'll take it thankfully, but it's not really what I was hoping for from a deal with the devil. But to be honest with you, our damage is fine. So this floor is all about sneaking out of boss rush, and that should be super easy. We're about 30 seconds ahead of schedule, and it's not going to be like tight 30 seconds. It should be like we're kicking ass. We taking names? No, it's ridiculous. What, are we going to use their personal information, sell it to an advertising agency or something like that? What do you think I am? Every retail outlet in North America? Do we really want 404? Is 404 the one... Which one is the one that makes it so you can't get active items? Because that's the one I don't want right now. I want something to replace the D8. Honestly, because the D8 is in a totally, it's done well by us, I'd say. So if we can just get it replaced with something a little better that actually gives us value for holding it, then that would be nice. It's up to you, really, whether you want to do this. I'm going to do it, though. On the seed, you may choose otherwise, and that's also fine. But I think I'm going to do this. And honestly, now that we have a moon card, I think I'm probably going to do this, grab the money, and then teleport out of the boss trap room. Although, you know what? Let's donate as well. We got the time. Being in the 500s is pretty good. In fact, for some reason, I think we started this run at like 480. something like that. So to be able to get up to 430 and still have some money available for us here is quite nice. And that's about where I was going to stop. I was thinking maybe 20 cents made sense. Ha 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 ha. But instead, it stopped just as we were about to get there. Okay, we do have a better spacebar item now in the form of Guppy's head. So we will take advantage of that. And now, hopefully our shop does not contain greed, and hopefully our shop just contains hive mind. I also just realized I said I was going to teleport out and then did not, and I feel good about it. Because we can use our moon card to teleport out later. And it doesn't really matter whether we use the moon or the hermit, because, you know, we save a key or we don't save a key. We're going to go to our shop regardless. Yo, this is totally worth walking over the spikes. Especially if we can just get one more item out of it. You know, actually, maybe it's not. I really assumed that out of 2 stone chests, we'd get something a little bit more valuable. We didn't. That's okay. If we get some more, like, bond... Yeah, you know, we're at, like, full HP. Just don't be a little baby back bitch. Walk over it, grab it. You can get another spirit heart. Easy come, easy go. We did take Ludo, and I know that there's a contingent of people out there who just hate Ludo. And I feel bad for you, and, like, I want you to open your heart to true joy and experience the power of this item. But, I mean this in all honesty. It's going to sound like I mean it sarcastically. Wish you the best. I'll see you next episode. Thanks for being a long-term supporter. You know, this is basically episode, like, 8,000 of Isaac. So, you've seen Ludo before. You must be a fan of the content, but just hate this item for one reason in particular that I cannot fathom. I understand that because I irrationally hate some things, like Susan Sarandon. I don't know why. Just something about Susan Sarandon, and she seems like a perfectly nice person. Something about her just makes me unhappy. Not just looking at her, but just knowing she exists. Is that fair? I would say probably not. Let's get rid of the moon card to take Algiz. And we'll use Joker to teleport out. I will say, like, Little Brim combined with Ludo is a bit of a weird situation to find ourselves in. Those don't play nice together. Most of the time. But if you can get a double hit, I think it is worth it. Okay, here... I don't really want Epic Fetus. Let's double down on weirdness and take Blue Baby's only friend, and then teleport out. And then we'll take Rotten Baby, and then we'll take Contract from Below for double items on the chest, hopefully. Okay. Hopefully our shot speed is roughly in line with the movement speed of Blue Baby's only friend. They seem relatively close, so now we should get, you know, double damage here. And I go through the same loop every single time. Now I've taken damage. Previously I was like, we win, let's do something zany. And then we go down to the womb, after taking some deals with the devil, that might have been slightly overkill, but we're definitely good. And now I'm like, well, we're not out of the woods yet. We're probably out of the woods. Let's be realistic. We do have a guppy item, so I think it's on us to go to these red chests and access them. Lump of coal is ideal here, although it's really changed the speed of movement of that item. It seems, at least. I'd love another HP upgrade. It's not like we can get 2, you know, plays out of the same penny, so... just keep ourselves with 1 judgment right now, and we'll save the other one for later. I'm begging you. Oh, we did it. We did it all for Black Bean. Not really that big of a vote of confidence, but okay. Okay, now the important thing, and it's a bit of an unusual complaint for a run for me, but I think the important thing right now is just to not get zany. And I mean, we can get zany in our decisions, but I think we really need to go with the KISS principle when it comes to our tiers themselves. Don't worry about min-maxing, you know, oh, I want to hit with Little Brim, I want to hit with my flies, I want to hit with Blue Baby's only friend. As long as what we're doing right now is working, I'm not going to sweat whether it's the most efficient way. And it is working for now. Basically just using Little Brim. We might want to rethink it slightly, but the KISS principle, a lot of people think it stands for keep it simple, stupid. Some other people think it stands for keep it stupid simple. I think it stands for nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, baby. Nowhere to run. You pull the trigger on my da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, love gun. And then I think that really, usually, when I think about that, it provides with me the decision that I need to make in my life. WWGSATROTBMOKD. What would Gene Simmons and the rest of the band members of KISS do? It's a very simple acronym to remember. That one does stick to the KISS principle of keep it simple, stupid. Not so much Love Gun. I hope I got those letters right. The joke works better if the letters are right. Alright. Don't sound too happy. We're trying to keep up this charade of me being jet-lagged here. Grab that, grab that. We've already seen our deal with the devil. I think we just head down. I wish I hadn't gotten a deal with the devil, but I guess I'm stoked for Mr. Dolly. As stoked as you can be about a range upgrade, and a tears upgrade when you're not really firing tears and you already have infinite range. Now this is... Ooh, yeah, okay, this is a genuine Hush possibility. We have the perfect storm of Hush runs set up here. Oh my god, especially with Curved Horn. And that just makes me feel like the future is safe in any category here, but... We have Algiz. Don't have a lot of money. Let's go back for money. But we have Algiz, and we have good damage, and our HP is okay. You know what? I think we'll just maybe try for a secret room by blowing this guy up. Because we want to save our money for the shop, potentially. The shop on the Hush fight. Now, I really hope that I don't accidentally get myself killed by doing this, because Algiz doesn't last forever. It might be overkill, but we got 40 keys, we got 8 HP. At some point, you know, unless we're never gonna do the Hush fight again in like the next 80 runs, or however many runs it takes us to die and lose the streak, I think we gotta say, you know, like it's time to nut up. So let's come down here. We can always blow up our donation machine. I think this is for a good reason. It's for confidence building purposes. Let's see what we got. Money, Bob's Rotten Head, Fate's Reward, good tarot card. Yeah, actually. Having two Emperor cards. I may not use the second Emperor card to get us out of, 8-inch nails for sure. I may not use the second Emperor card to get us out of the chest, but it's good to have it just in case things go wrong. I think we'll take Punching Bag, but it's a close decision because I don't like either of those items very much. I don't think we care about anything else in here. The jar doesn't matter, the Bible doesn't matter. We could get the Bible and then use it for its ability to fly. I don't think it's relevant enough to care. So, just keep both tiers over top of the enemy. It's actually going pretty fast. The fact that he's aggroed on Punching Bag is very nice. Focus less on the offense and more on the dodging. That's what's gonna be the big deal here. And if possible, of course, little brim charges are good things to land here. Seems to make sense to me right now to save Algiz. Ooh, that was bad. Save Algiz and use it on the harder phases of the fight. I'm not moving it back and forth, by the way, to, you know, keep my APM up. It's all for Little Brim's purposes. Fate's Reward very, very occasionally getting in there. It may actually be even more sensible to just completely set it and forget it. You know, just leave that over the center. I still think we should wait and use Algiz, because keep in mind, we're leaving, you know, this fight, and we're going to be fighting some more difficult enemies after this. You know, we got 2 more floors of bullshit to go through, maybe 1 and a bit, depending on how we choose to handle the Emperor cards. Maybe even 2 more rooms after we leave this room if we really wanted to speed it up, but it's not really in my best interest. Especially with Contract from Below, it would be nice to do the chest. Get double items. Maybe get some dope synergies. I can't believe I was, like, nervous about doing the Hush fight on this run. I think this is where we pop Algiz. We get in there, you know, drop some poison bombs, anything to speed up the whole process here. We should probably stand pretty far away. Get the, like, maximum lump of coal bonus. And just keep annoying people with the back and forth sounds of the arrow keys here. Throw down some poison bombs on occasion. Well, certainly we're not gonna die on the Hush fight. That is unreasonable. We may take another 3 or 4 hits at worst. And that's really, like, charting the worst possible case scenario. Don't think I'm... There we go. Just set it and forget it, man. Okay. Maybe you should still shoot at enemies. Just leave that, like, over the top there. You don't need to sweat it. Yo, you are actually dead if you just fart off. So, please do. No beams! No beams! Okay. No consumable, I think, either. Good, good. Okay, I got the Hush Spectre off of my soul. I feel like instead of my soul weighing 28 grams, it weighs 27 grams. Like 27 dresses starring Katherine Heigl. This is very simple. My MO for when it comes to Emperor Card on the Cathedral on a run that's maybe iffy is you go until you find a room that's annoying, and then you get out of it. If the enemies are gonna die like nearly instantly, we might as well fight them for the potential reward. Otherwise, let's just finish this off. And this is a real easy one. Okay. You're not dead yet, which is a major surprise for me. Maybe I should try to hit you with my actual tears. We're gonna head down, and we're gonna put our head down, and we're gonna put our nose to the grindstone, and we're gonna sharpen it into a wonderful nose knife that's gonna win us the game. Parasite, happy to have it. Explosivo, I think, is really bad with what we got going on here with Ludo. I actually don't know how it works. Okay, this is weird. This is weird but lovely. That is stuck. That is also stuck, but now I have 1 extra tier. This is awesome, but also very, very strange. I think it's really good. Like, the damage and DPS that we're doing is insanely good. But also, it's just so novel that I'm very interested. I can't help but get Explosivo stuck to an enemy. Like, it will not get stuck. I guess I'm surprised, if by anything, I'm surprised by the amount of tears we generate when we touch an enemy. We had Cricket's body, so it's just, where's my tear? It's still floating around over there, apparently. We have Cricket's body, and it didn't seem like it was generating any, but Cricket's body plus the Parasite is generating a ton. It is a little awkward to steer sometimes, because your tier just completely disappears. And sometimes, you know, it becomes 20 tiers, as you saw right there. 5 HP, it's okay. Aura's good, or Purity's good. Kane's Other Eye is an item that exists in the video game The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Oh no! Afterbirth spoiler. Kane's Eye may exist in it. So, you know what's weird? If the Explosivo tier sticks to an enemy, I can rotate it like that. But if it explodes into a tier that then becomes Explosivo, I can't rotate it. So we got a rotating tier, that one doesn't rotate. What an unusual synergy that I'm very happy to see. Although it is slightly confusing for my animal brain to handle. For now, that was a really fun run. We got Hush. We had a good time. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.